Hey guys, KK or Crash Out Kitty here. Today, today's story time will be taking place a couple of months ago, and that will be including my friend Tim and my friend Evie. So, my grandma came and picked me up, and she wanted me to take groceries into my aunt's house or whatever. So I did, and then I seen one of my friends walking down the road. It was my friend Tim whenever we were on the way. So I got to my aunt's house and then I texted him. I was like, hey, I just seen you. And so I actually look up, well, I didn't look up. I think I got told by him. He showed me this one thing that was going on in Chesney that day, and it was at a Dollar General. And, I'd passed by whenever we were going there. So whenever my grandma was going to go take me home, I told her to just drop me off at the Dollar General right there instead. And so she didn't believe me that my parents said yes, which I texted them, but that's whatever. And they said it was fine, but she decided to call them anyways. And then um, I get to go. They drop me off at Dollar General, and then I meet up with him, and we're having fun. He has a speaker in his book bag, and we're just running around in the Dollar General parking lot. They're closed, so it's not like there's people right there. We're just chilling right there, and then after a little bit, my phone starts to get low, and then Evie pulls up on us, and then before flashback to before Evie pulls up, um, he took one of the Dollar General the shopping carts, told me to get in it. I got in it, and then he starts pushing it really, really fast, towards the other side of the parking lot, and I'm scared. I'm fucking terrified. Is this shit gonna tip over? But it did not. And a car pulled up beside us and started talking to us, and they're like, hey. And he was like, hey. Then they're like, the manager's a bitch, so don't be doing that because she will freak out on y'all. And he's like, okay. And I jump out. I jump out as fast as I can. Because I'm like, oh no. So I jump out, and then I think after that, it was 10 minutes after that is when Evie showed up. My phone was about to die, so she told me that I could just get in her car. And then Tim gets in her car too. And then she asked me if I want to go with them or if I want to stay there. And I just ended up going with them, and Tim ends up going with them. And then, so we're in the car, right? And we're just driving around Chesney because he couldn't leave the Chesney area because, I don't know, his mom didn't know Evie's mom or nothing. And so we're just driving around Chesney, so we don't got a, Chesney area. And then after a little bit, we end up pulling up to Food Lion. And then me and Tim go in, but Evie and her mom didn't want to go in. And then Evie and her mom, they end up being, Evie ends up texting me and is like, well, my mom doesn't really like him and all this. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And so, and the reason why she didn't like him is because whenever Evie was driving, Tim kept making weird comments, but he didn't mean nothing by it. My brother makes weird comments. He makes rude comments, but he doesn't mean nothing by it. He's just playing around. Tim was making weird comments, being like, I'm scared of her driving. He was joking. And it was obvious that he was joking, but they took it personally. Don't know why, but they did. So, anyways, they took him home after that. And then after they took him home, I was like, hey, do you want to pull up to my aunt's house? And so we pulled up to my aunt's house. And then we said hi, and I was going to show her my aunt's puppies, but my aunt was like, no, you can't come inside my house. You can't have people inside my house. Which, I mean, I don't know. My aunt's a little bit rude. But anyways, after that, my little cousin says bye to me. And then pulling out of the driveway, they actually pulled into her driveway, which is a bad idea because their car was little. And it fucks up their front bumper. And so that whole part is like falling off. It's like sideways. And then my aunt was on the phone with my grandma or something whenever she saw Evie was driving. And then guess what? That little snitch told my mom. She told my mom. Yeah, I'm not telling them nothing no more because I said to my aunt, and I said, you know, Evie's driving, but don't tell nobody. And she told somebody. And they told my mom. So do you think I'm going to be telling her anything? No. She ain't going to know nothing no more. Because that was the one chance. And she let me down. She let me down. Can you believe that? But, anyways, you know, pulling out of her driveway, the front bumper fucks up. And, me and Evie got out of the car. And, her mom started driving. Because, you know, Evie just pulled out of the driveway and the car got fucked up. But, so, like, the front bumper was all scratched up to hell and everything. It was, like, falling off, but we fixed it. And then, it took, like, I'd say, like, 15 minutes to go back to my house. But it wasn't far. It's just Chesney to my house. And that's not too far. So, like, 15 minutes or so. And, whenever we got to the Dollar General near my house, they were about to take me to their house, but my mom told me to come home, so I came home instead. And the whole reason I found out that my aunt told my grandma, and then she told my mom, is because whenever I got home, my mom was like, so who was driving? I was like, oh, it was Evie's mom. And then she said, 1. And then she just kept asking me, like, weird questions like that. As she would just keep counting up. I guess counting how many times I was lying to her. But I wasn't entirely lying because her mom did start driving at the end. But, yeah, she was a little bit mad. But she wasn't that mad because, you know, Evie's a good driver. But I still think that it's weird that, you know, I can just... I tell my family not to say something, and mind you, this is my family, and they don't even invite me to their Thanksgiving. My grandma, she shows up to my aunt's Thanksgiving and does not invite me. And every time, we invite them to ours every single year, but they never invite us, and they never show up. Literally, ever. And literally, I don't even remember either of them coming to, like, my birthday parties. Like, the last time they came to either one of my birthday parties, like, since I was a kid, I was, like, fucking 4 or 5. Like, they have not came to my birthday parties or Thanksgiving or nothing since I was, like, a little kid. So they already are a little bit messed up for that. But then, I come to all my little cousins' birthday parties. So all my aunt's kids' birthdays, I go to. Literally, all of them. And then my mom used to go to my little cousin's birthday parties, but she ended up stopping because my aunt's boyfriend's a dick. And I mean that. I really do. I mean that. Because, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into that, but they're just... I don't know. I don't know how they fucking do shit. Because how are you going... And then, the last time... back in October, this was like the same month that all of this happened. So my aunt was mad my mom didn't show up to my little cousin's birthday party. But the thing is, when has my aunt showed up to any of my birthday parties? Literally, like, I don't think she ever has since I was, like, under the age of 10. She's not showed up to one. Anyways, bye guys. KK out.